Hi, I'm Maggie. You're going to come to a comfortable seated position, cross-legged to start. I have three props. I have a folded blanket. This happens to be more like a beach towel, not a very big beach towel. Two blocks, or anything that can be like these two blocks. And again, I have a yoga belt, but anything will do, even a nice towel will do for that too. So we're going to get present first in your body. So close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, fill up your body. Exhale. With that inhale, fill the space within. You just fill up that space with your breath and then soften over that space that you create with your inhale. All right. And next time we're going to use our arms. Inhale, the arms come up. Exhale, the arms go down. So moving with your breath. Inhale up. If you can keep your eyes closed and just focus on how it feels from the inside, what's going on in your body on the inside. So from the internal to the external. All right. And then arms go down. Now slowly open your eyes. Just roll your shoulders a few times up towards your ears, back a little bit and down. And then we're going to take the soles of your feet together, like in butterfly or Baddha Konasana, whichever you know, and walk your sitting bones back. Walk them back, right? So you're going to try to, when you sit up, you're going to try to bring your sacrum in. That's at the base of your spine. Draw it in. A little bit of a lift of your belly, right? And then take your forearms on top of your thighs. Hold anywhere. I'm holding on to my shins. Press up just a little bit. And then as you exhale, you're still pressing up just a little bit as you press open and fold forward. And then inhale, come back up. Exhale. So your legs are kind of pressing up. You're not just pressing open. You're pressing up just a little bit, feeling that engagement in your inner thighs, right? Inhale one last time. Exhale. All right, and then come on to your hands and knees. Move your blanket away. And wrists are under shoulders, knees under hips. And we'll start with some cat-cow stretches. So tilting your pelvis and moving up your spine. Let your head relax so it should be able to move easily. And then tilt your pelvis forward, lengthening up your spine. Bring your heart forward. Your heart forward rather than your head going back. And then do a couple breaths. Inhale and exhale. You can exhale going up. And then we're going to take it into a little bit of a movement. So I walk my knees back probably an inch. Turn my toes under. And then it's round your spine up. Take your hips back. Kind of stretch out the bottoms of your feet, your toes. And then we're going to come forward. You might even want to walk your hands forward a little bit. And with keep your belly lifted, take your heart forward and extend. So please don't just collapse into this. Keep it all lifted. Hips go back. Again, stretch out your feet, right? Your toes, stretch them apart. Stretch your fingers apart too. All right. Inhale as you come up. Exhale, lengthen, extend forward, shoulders back and down. And one more time. Hips go back. Heels are straight up. Try to stretch out those feet, those toes. All right. And then inhale and exhale as you extend. Try to get into that extension. You can take the tops of your feet down to the floor, press your toenails down, and then come back. And just rest in child pose for a couple breaths. Inhale and exhale once or twice. And then we're going to bring your right foot forward into a lunge. So I slid my left knee back a little bit. Right shin is vertical. There's a 90-degree bend in your ankle. Here's a nice place to use your blocks or anything that you can, that doesn't have to be anything official, right? We're going to take it into that run or stretch. Hips, try to bring them back as evenly as you can. Keep a slight bend in your knee where your heel presses down. and maybe even bring your pinky head side of your foot back. And then come forward. Here we'll go into hip flexor stretch. So the front of your left hip, reach your left arm up, maybe over, all depends. I have the block under my right hand. And then one more time, take it into that run or stretch. Try to even out the ball of your foot. As you come back, slight bend in your knee. Your right sitting bone goes back and down towards the floor. And then one last time, hip flexor stretch. Try to really lengthen the front of that hip. Reach up and then go over. Right now, so now we're going to pivot to the left. I'm going to pivot to the left. I'm doing this very carefully. Let's take your right toes forward and pretty much your ankle and your right ankle, left knee are in line. Reach up, inhale up. We're going to bend over to the, what side is that? The right side. Inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, take your hands behind you. Reach your knuckles down. Really reach out into your right foot too. Extend out through the right foot. Inhale, the arms come up again. And bend, nice, lengthening through both sides of your body as much as you can and over. This hand nice and gentle on your leg. All right. And then we're going to take, if you can take your hands to the floor, then you can use your blocks. This time, toes come up. I like this. Toes are straight up, so there's an inner thigh stretch. And you're going to take your right arm up, inhale up, exhale, down and under. Inhale up, exhale, down and under. Last one, inhale up, exhale, down and under. All right, and then come on to hands and knees one more time. I'm going to turn this way. All right, same sequence on the other side. You can even do a couple cat-cows here if you'd like. And then take your left foot forward. Left foot forward, right knee back. Use your blocks if you want. Try to get this front shin vertical. All right, and then take your hips back and lift your heart. So there's that hip flexor stretch. Right arm up and over. Okay. And then hips back. Try to get your pelvis nice and even. Right. And then last time, reach it forward, stretch through the front of that right thigh. And up, reach up and over. And then we're going to pivot to the right this time, right? So the left toes are pointing forward, left ankle is in line with your right knee. Kneel up, reach up, right? Exhale over to the left. Inhale up, both arms up. Exhale, your hands behind you, reach down and back, right? Chin is very level. Slide your head back. And then inhale up, exhale. That side bend again. And then take your hands again either to the floor, to the block, and it's going to be your left arm reaching. Oh, forgot about the toes, right? Toes are straight up. Inhale up, exhale, down and under. Try to keep those toes lifted. Your hips can sway back and forth. Last one. Inhale up, exhale under. Okay, and then come back to those hands and knees. Going into walk your knees back, we're going to go into downward facing dog. So turn your toes under. Palms or fingers are stretched out, pressing into the pads of your fingers and the base of your knuckles, right? The base of the fingers. Hips up and back. Try to squeeze your forearms towards each other. Pull your belly in and up. And just breathe, right? Pull your belly in. It's like lift your sitting bones up and back and your tailbone down. And then bend one knee. Try to bend at the joint of the toe. And then extend that leg and bend. the other knee. All right. And then just one at a time, right? And you can go a little bit faster, right? But keep pressing into the pads of your fingers, the base of your fingers, that knuckle there. You want to try to press into all of them. Last one, and then we're going to pivot on the balls of your feet. Both heels go to the right, and then pull your belly in, up and over to the left, up and over to the right, up and over to the left. Last one, up and over to the right, up and over to the left, and back to the center, knees to the floor. We're going to take your, let's see, we're going to take right, your right foot forward, Here we go. Shin is vertical. Again, you might need your blocks, so I'll bring them closer. But try to get that 90-degree angle in your ankle. You're going to pivot out, heel, toe, heel, toe. Your toes are a little bit more of an angle outward. Now, roll out into the pinky end side of your foot. Try to keep your 90-degree angle so you'll have that inner thigh stretch. And then if you can, you start to bend your elbows. Maybe you can get them to the floor, maybe a block, maybe even this high. It all depends. It's up to you. Where is it a good stretch? Your right sitting bone, you're angling it down towards the floor a little bit to the left so that it lifts your belly a little bit. All right, and then bring it back in. And I'm going to turn around. You don't have to. And we're going to do the other side. So it's left foot forward, right? Trying to get the shin vertical. Shin is vertical. And you're going to heel toe it out to where your foot is at a slight angle out. Roll onto the pinky edge side of your foot, right? And try to keep that 90-degree angle. And if you know about sickling in your foot, you're trying not to sickle. And then start to bring your forearms down to the floor. Here you go. Maybe to the block. That was too much. Try the block. Breathe. And again, that left sitting bone is going more towards the floor, towards your opposite knee. Right? And then bring it back. And then we're going to take it into, we're going to sit with your legs straight in front of you. Just about when you stand to do a forward fold. So you want your toes, second and third toes aligned with the center of your heel, right? Slight bend of your knee. Sitting bones, you can walk them back if you need to. You sit on your blanket and fold forward. If you can grab the outside edges of your feet, here might be where you use your belt, right? Hinge forward. So your sitting bones are pretty much, they're kind of sliding back a little bit, but your tailbone reaches down, so it activates your ab muscles, your core. And if you can, you want to bring back the pinky edge side a little bit so that the balls of your feet are fairly even. What else? You want to press more into your heels than the back of your knees. Stretching, right? So stretching, feeling it in your lower back, and then sit up. Kind of keep that in mind because we're going to do some stretching that hopefully shifts that a little bit. So bend your right knee. Now I'm going to go sideways. So you're going to bend your right knee. Hold it in. Lift up and try to get your sitting bones back a little bit, then sit down. Again, you could sit on that blanket, and that kind of tilts your pelvis forward a little bit. You don't want it to round back at all. You want it to draw your sacrum to draw forward. Lift up, reach up. You can also just lift up your left arm. Your right hand can go behind you. Actually, I'm going to change that. Right arm reaches up and reaches towards your foot. The left arm can be behind you, and you're also trying to reach for the outside edge, or you're using your belt, right? Now, that right thigh You're going to try, it wants to go out to the right, which, okay, but try to draw it in just like we did in the butterfly in the very beginning, just a little bit. Try to draw it in. Try to anchor down the big toe of your right foot as you hinge forward. Then we're going to come up. Just take that right thigh and rotate it outward so that your inner edge of your foot is pressing down. Same thing, left hand on the floor, right arm reaches up, right sitting bone down, and reach. Okay, if you don't have a belt, anywhere on your leg will do. And what you're really looking for is that fold, slight bend in your knee. You're pressing down through your right edge of your foot is pressing down. And breathe. A couple breaths here. Got more to go. All right, next sit up. Now we're going to cross it over. You might not be able to get your foot flat on the floor, but you could try. And your left leg is pretty active. You're going to, actually you can hold both, or both hands can hold that thigh and press it in. A little bit like a figure four stretch, but you're sitting up. Or you can take your left arm and pull yourself in and start to rotate to the right. So the right hand is behind you. You can look over your left shoulder, sit up nice and tall, look over your right shoulder. Do that one more time. Left shoulder, look over your right shoulder. Now just move your eyes to the left, and then everything comes to the left, and extend your leg. I hope it'll make more sense on the other side. But first, feel how you're let from your hip through your whole entire right leg, how that feels compared to your left leg, right? And bend your left knee, foot on the floor, and say your foot only comes this far. It might have to be out a little bit. Those are all modifications that are fine, right? But you're trying to keep your pelvis upright, your sacrum forward. Right hand goes on the floor, left arm reaches up and reach to the outside of your right foot, or use your belt. Or if you don't have anything, you can hold on to the outside edge of your right leg, right? And here again, I'd like you to press into your heel more than the back of your knee. Maybe bend your elbow if you can, grab your foot and pull that pinky edge back. Try to get the ball of your foot pretty even. Then sit up, rotate your left leg out to the floor, wherever it goes. Press into the outer edge of your foot. Right hand to the floor, left hand reaches up, left sitting bone down, and reach. Maybe see if you could reach a little bit further. There's a little bit of up movement in this left leg, just like in the butterfly. Not a lot. And then maybe some down, but not just pushing down all the time. We want a little bit of muscular action there. And then go for the hinge forward. Hinge forward. All right. And here's the twist. So you take that left leg, cross it over. Try to sit nice and upright. I always try to pull my belly away. Hug in. Again, you can hug in this way, get your spine nice and long. Both legs are pretty active. You can wrap that arm around you. You can put your left hand behind you. Sit up nice and tall. You're going to look over your right shoulder first, and then your back. And then inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And last one, you're going to look over your left shoulder. You're going to turn your eyes as far to the right as you can, and then come forward. Okay, here's the big test now. You're going to sit up nice and tall, just like we did right before those stretches, right? Slight bend in your knees. Inhale, pull your belly in. You can reach up, or you can just reach forward. You can use your belt if you need your belt. Notice if you have more space. You have any more space in those hips, in the back of your legs. And then you could just relax. Take a couple breaths here. And then inhale, sit up. Exhale, really come back into that cross-legged. And if you remember how you usually cross your legs, just change it to the other side. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale down. See if your breath feels like, in fact, even put your hands here. Can you move it deeper into your lungs, into the front, the sides, the back of your lungs? You can even close your eyes. Take a couple breaths with your eyes closed. All right. And then open your eyes. Take your arms up. Bring your hands together right in front of your heart. And may you and your family be well.